sea of straight-laced, one-style-fits-all cars, the swoopy lines of this used Mazda 3 do mark it out amongst its rivals. All models get a big, bold grille at the front to give it some genuine rear-view mirror presence. This model comes standard with front fog lights, LED daytime running lights, and xenon lights. Swanky. This sports model also comes with 18-inch alloy wheels, low-profile tyres, and twin exhausts. Now that is stylish. All models get electric folding mirrors as standard, and all-round electric windows. The Sport also comes with some rear tinted windows. What also differentiates the 3 from its rivals are the large capacity engine sizes available. While the smaller capacity engines fitted to the rival cars have better but often unrealistic official fuel consumption, the 3 is capable of getting closer to its official figures and therefore returning similar economy to its competitors in the real world use. Petrol fans have a choice of between a 99 brake horsepower 1.5 litre and two 2-litre engines with 118 brake horsepower or 163 brake horsepower. If you fancy a diesel, a 103 brake horsepower 1.5 litre engine kicks off the battling, followed by a 148 brake horsepower 2.2 sport version, which we are in today. The Mazda 3 boasts a lot of interior gadgets to play around with. In this sport model, you get an incredible Bose sound system, piano black trim, which unfortunately is liable to scratches and fingerprints, and a brilliant 6-speed gearbox and dual climate control. Let's take a closer look at the climate controls. You've got your mode button here, which selects your mode. Air on the feet, air on the windscreen. You can turn it off by clicking this button, and you've got your internal circulation. To turn the fans up and down are these 2 buttons, and if you click this dual button, the passenger can have one temperature and the driver can have another temperature. Amazing from Mazda, that is usually seen in much more expensive cars. You've got your normal aircon button, you can also have aircon eco to save some fuel. If you need to demist your windows, you've got these 2 buttons here. Now let's quickly run through the steering wheel controls. This button is your cruise control button. Set your speed using these buttons. You have the limiter button, that if you've got someone driving who you know drives fast, you can set a specific speed limit. To cancel this, press this button. To resume the speed you've got set in your cruise controls, this button. Your info button will flick through the information on your dashboard. This car also comes with front and rear parking sensors. This is perfect for city driving and city parking. It also comes with heated seats, both passenger and driver seat. Now let's look at the infotainment system. Mazda have adopted this German car-esque control wheel, where you can navigate to music, home, sat-nav very easily. You can go to your favourites, and you can go back to the previous screen using these buttons. Very simple. Your volume knob is here as well as on the steering wheel. Push it to mute. To scroll across the screen, you turn the big knob. You flick it left, right, up and down, and turn it to scroll quickly. The Mazda 3 also has a touchscreen. I think this system is really smart, with the click wheel, very German car. As you can see with the music entertainment, you've got FM, AM, AHA, Stitcher and Bluetooth, which is so easy to use. Now the navigation, I would expect in a car of this age. I'll be honest, there is no way to update the navigation in the Mazda 3 without going to a main dealer. So if you're driving around and there's a new road, the car will not recognise that you are on a road. It is very frustrating. However, the system itself is very easy to use, as you can see. You can use the screen by touching it. However, as soon as you go over 10 miles an hour, the car shuts off the touchscreen and you are forced to use the click wheel to your left. That is quite annoying. I would like to be able to touch it, to click it in, to put the postcode in via touching the screen. That does get a bit frustrating, and it is a bit finicky to use. However, the interface itself is relatively simple with a lot of options. Now, there's a lot of settings to play with in the infotainment system. You can change the display, you can turn the display off, you can turn the display off and show the clock. You've got a lot of modes to play with, day, night. The brightness of the screen is really good. You've got the safety, so smart city brake support, which means if a car brakes in front of you, you will stop. It's fantastic. I've tried not to use it, but I have used it. You can alter the sound settings, the clock settings, vehicle settings. You can change how quickly and easily the wipers come on when it starts to rain, how dark it needs to be when the lights come on. Everything is in here that you need. It is pretty good, to be honest. It's easy to use. Again, you can use touchscreen or you can use the click wheel. You can manage your Bluetooth devices and network. You can connect it to Wi-Fi as well. Down on the right panel, you have got your traction control, your tyre pressure control, your i-stop, which means it turns the engine on and off when you come to a stop, and AFS, which is the adaptive front lighting system. It optimizes distribution of light from the headlights according to the driver's circumstances. The system points to low beam headlights in the direction the driver intends to travel. It's really clever. As we've mentioned before, it comes with 4 electric windows, electric mirrors, electric fold-in mirrors, and the button to lock the windows as well, just in case you've got some pesky passengers. You've got a head-up display just above the steering wheel, which when your hand is at the top of the steering wheel, it does block it out. It is annoying. The glove box is a really good size, if I'm being honest with you. You can fit a lot in there. For me, I fit a lot of paperwork in there, and a lot of dirt by the looks of things as well. You've got a cubby hole to your left, which includes the 12-volt car charger, an aux cable in, SD card, which is for the map, which you do, if it doesn't come with it, have to buy it from Mazda at quite a hefty price. And you've got 2 USB 2 inputs, not USB 3 unfortunately, USB 2. And it's a decent sized cubby hole. You've got your obligatory lights. If you click the lights as well, they become reading lights. You've got a glasses or sunglasses holder, which does come in very useful for me if I'm changing from my normal glasses. You've got the rear view mirror, which is auto dim if you press the button here. Your sun visor, you pull it down, it's a good size, and it's also on the driver's side got a light for your vanity mirror. The Mazda's 364 litre boot is 15 litres short of the Volkswagen Golf's and is a little smaller than the Ford Focus's 375 litres. The Mazda's hatchback boot lid leaves a wide opening for loading heavy items into the back seat, and the back seats also fold down flat. Once flat, it gives a maximum capacity of 1,360 litres. In the rear, you have got an abundance of legroom, especially behind a driver like myself who's 6'2". You've got room for your furry friends and your children. So the Mazda 3, what's the catch? It's beautiful, it drives well, it's relatively cheap, its technology is German car standard. It's a really good car. I would recommend. 8 out of 10 from me.